Okay, so you've seen these two knives here. I did a little mini review on these two. And those were a flea market find for about $15. AliExpress for about $5. And this was, oh goodness, must have been 6 months ago. No, it was longer than that. I don't know. It's probably right close to a year ago, actually, that I got this one off of AliExpress for $5. Exact same as this one, but I paid $10 more for this one. So here recently on vacation, we was at a big flea market in Texas, and so I found this. And the guy was like, no, I'll sell this to you for $60. And I was like, no, you won't. I got $20 in my wallet, and that's it. How about 30? I got $20 in my wallet. That's all you get. How about 25? Okay, look, I'll think about it and I'll come back. All I got is $20. All right, I'll sell it just for you. I'll sell it to you for $20. And so he sold it to me for $20. And so I got this. And so this right here is kind of along the same lines as these. It's really a skeletonized type version. If you notice in this one right here, it's got a leaf spring right down the center. Same with this one. There's a leaf spring down the center that sticks up, and that's what launches the blade. It ends right about there, and then it just launches it on open to full open. Now this one is, of course, these are simulated pearl handles. That is not really any kind of pearl. The pocket clip is probably a medium heavy. It's not a whole lot of pocket clip there. But you can see the knife is really skeletonized. So it's pretty lightweight. And the only reason it is lightweight is because, see, these scales are solid scales. Same with these wood scales here. But this is all metal, and it's solid metal. That's not stamped plates on each side, by no means. And this is all screwed together quite well. There's a nice pivot there in the middle. And this knife is just butter smooth. Here's the lock. It's in locked spot, won't open. You push that over, that's unlocked it. And there you go. And that knife is just butter smooth. And if you notice, it needs to be oiled, but that spring is opening it all the way. I would almost wonder if this is an actual stiletto. It says 196 198. Yeah, 198 WP 440C stainless steel. I don't know if it's true. And it's marked stiletto, just same as this one right here. But I doubt it is. But it does open very, very smooth. It is button actuated up here, and it opens all the way. Hit it, open, it's locked open. You push the button in to close it, and make sure you release that button before you push it all the way down so it'll lock into place. So this one right here is somewhat of an actual switchblade, because like I said, with these you can see that in both cases the spring starts here, so they're not fully spring loaded knives. This one feels spring loaded all the way to the end. Now the spring is just about give out right about in here at this point. probably with some oiling, which I don't know, let's do some oiling. Why not? So, I mean, I swear that spring is pretty much assisting this knife's open all the way, which I would think would put it in the actual switchblade category. Now, the spring is not 100% reliable up in here. If I slowly pull back on it and let go, it'll stick. But I can jiggle my hand and it pops on out. I think that's about as far as I can get it, and pops on out. So I noticed that when I was talking to him and just fiddling with the knife. And so usually a switchblade, actual switchblade, is over $100. And this is not a dual edge. It's just a single edge here. And this cutting edge comes all the way down, which is, kind of unusual as far as I'm concerned, because if you'll notice, the cutting edge stops here on this particular knife here. And same thing on this one. And these knives have a different sound in opening. Listen to here. And in here, this is more mechanically tingy. And this right here is just a thud. It just opens. So this knife right here, I really like it. I'm glad I got it. I'm surprised really that I talked him down to $20, which I'm sure it's not even, he probably paid less than that for it. I'm just surprised that, I don't know what the knife laws are. See, if you open it here, then it's locked in the open position. You got to leave that like that and push the button to close the knife. So I don't know what the knife laws are in Texas. That's where I got this knife. But that is a butter smooth opening knife. The blades are, the blades in length are what and what. As far as their shape, this one's a little fatter. These two are slimmer width-wise. And these blades are thicker than this one. But if you'll notice on this one, the spring is a coil spring between the blade and this set of scales over here. It's got an all-metal liner on it, and then you've got the tang pieces are solid metal, and the hilt is solid metal slabs on each side. 2 screws securing the bottom, 2 screws securing the top, and then you got 2 screws. There's one in the single center pivot pin, but there's no more screws in this action side. And so I don't know, guys, you tell me if somehow I managed to get an actual one, because the fit and finish is really good. It's really good, for the price. Now it's got some flaws, some issues. There's a little bit of a hangnail right there, but not much. This little hangnail right there, it's a little proud of the and see the side scale, or whatever that's called, is a little proud of the scale itself, and then the scale itself is a little proud of this down here. So the fit and finish is not perfect. by any means. But the function of the knife, I'm wondering if maybe these are some knockoffs or some, I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. Y'all know more about this stuff than I do. I just find stuff I like and I get it if I can. And I like this knife. Now there's a lot of things about this knife that I would like to be. I'd like for this to be solid and filled in, like it is on these knives, to where there's a solid back on them, and on the hilt. I mean the butt, the thingy down there, pommel, or if that's what it's called on a knife like this, I don't know. So what you call it on a sword, but so I mean the knife overall, it's got a good weight. If this was filled solid in with a back strap, like these knives right here are, this would be a very, very heavy knife. These don't feel cheap, even though they're cheap. This right here by no means feels cheap. Feels nice, and that opening I just can't get enough. And it's a pretty sharp blade. It's I want to think the grind is kind of heavier on this side than it is this one. And it may not be as sharp down here at the bottom, which would be indicative to someone, sharpening a knife very quickly. It is shaven sharp. So I like it. I think this knife is pretty cool. What I may do is kind of a conglomeration of all my knives that I really like the most, maybe in a category of 1 through 20, because I'm going to like most of them. And so I may do a 1 through 20 and then a 1 through something on clone knives. So anyway, appreciate you guys, and I'm glad you're still awake. I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.